What's up, guys? It is your local street hooker, Jaggers, or FFA Jaggers. But this is my first video, and basically, I'm just gonna be giving you guys a story time type shit. And I'm sorry if you don't like my surf gameplay. Yeah. But this story starts off pretty chill. I was a sophomore in high school, and it was just like every normal day, chilling, just smoking, type shit like that. And me and my friend, we'll call him John. John's gonna be in a lot of story times. But anyways, John and I was gonna hang out at his house after school. So it's like 12 o'clock, maybe 1. We get out of school at like 2:10. But I was on my phone and I'm just chilling. And this girl hits me up. And she's low-key bad. And she lives near me, right? Well, come to find out, she lives in John's neighborhood. So now it's a whole different story. I'm going to John's house and this baddie is texting me and she lives in John's neighborhood, dog. So I hit up John. I'm like, yo, bro, this baddie is on me, bro. And she lives in your neighborhood. And then we get to talking. He's like, oh, bro, you should hang out with her. And I was like, I might. And then I texted her and she texted me back. And I told her that I got a friend named John. And she said she had a friend too. We need to give these girls names. We're going to call the girl I was talking to Kaylee. And we're going to call her friend Mariah. So now, boom. He's fucking with Mariah. I'm fucking with Kaylee, right? So we got plans to link up with these shawties in the neighborhood. We finna like walk around and shit and smoke, chill. You know what I'm saying? So me and John are ready, bro. We're ready. We got out of school. We got to his crib. And I texted the girl. I was like, shit, when you trying to hang out? Now this is when the story starts to take a turn. She kept saying like, soon, soon, soon. And we didn't know why. But eventually we linked up with him. And when John seen Mariah, because he didn't see her previously, when he seen Mariah, bro, it was like a deer in headlights. He was fucking pissed, bro. The girl I was talking to was bad as fuck. But John, bro, that was another story. This girl was at least 180. And I'm not even hating on people this big. Like, this girl, she was 180. And John weighs like 120 max, bro. So, like, this shit is cooked. But we hang out with them for a little bit, and then everything's chill. And then me and him go back to his house. And when we go back, he's telling me how he was not fucking with that girl and all this other shit. And I was already knowing. But I was glad that he got to hang out with us too, because I didn't want to leave a homie out. But it sucks that that girl was not his type, I would say. And this is not even the best part of the story either. So when we're back at John's house, I'm conversing with John and we're talking, we're playing some Xbox, just chilling. Like some real men, you know what I'm saying? And she texts me later that night and she's like, hey, you should sneak in my house tonight. And I'm like, fuck. Because I've never done this before. This is my first time doing this. So I was like, fuck. I don't know, bro. But she talked me into it. She was bad enough. She talked me into that shit, bro. And I told John about it. I was like, yo, bro, this chick wants me to slide. And he was like, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. And then I was like, fuck, bro. All right. So, like, 3 in the morning rolls around and she's like, all right, you're good to come over. So I leave. I leave John's house. I walk over there. And when I get there, she's at the window and she's telling me, hey, you gotta climb up the window. And keep in mind, this chick lives in a 2-story house. And she's up on the 2nd story. She's talking about, you gotta climb. I don't know what the fuck I look like. I'm not climbing, twin. So I tell her that, and then she's like, alright, well, let me see if I can get you in the house. And I'm like, alright, bet. So I wait there for probably like 10 minutes, and then she comes back to the window, and she's like, alright, you're gonna have to go through the back, jump over a fence, and then jump on top of a grill to get into her back porch door. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, alright, fuck it, whatever, I'll do it. So I do it. I end up getting over the fence. I got over the grill. I get in and I go upstairs where she told me to go. and everything was fine. We was having a good time. I was there for probably like an hour, just chilling, shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, the type shit you would do with a girl. But then we was watching a TV show, and I hear somebody's like footsteps, and she's like, "Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, you gotta get in the closet." I'm like, "What? What you mean I gotta get in the closet?" And she's like, "You gotta go, my dad's coming up here." I was like, "Oh fuck." And then I get in this small rickety ass closet, and I'm just sitting there like fucking my knees are to my chest, bro. I can't do shit. And her dad comes in and he's like, "What are you doing up here? Why are the lights on?" Da, 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 da. And she like makes some excuse, and then he goes back downstairs, and then she gets me out of the closet, and she's like, "You gotta go now. Like, you gotta go. He's not gonna get off butt." And I was like, "Bro, what the fuck?" So I was like, "How am I gonna get out of this house?" And she's like, "I guess you gotta get out through the window." And I'm like, "What do you mean, bro? It's a second story house." And she's like, "You gotta get out through the window." So then I'm just preparing myself at this point. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to get out through this window. I'm gonna just have to do it, bro. And then so eventually I did it, and I just jumped straight forward out the window, so I didn't hit the house or anything. I just jumped straight forward into the grass, fucking landed on my back, bro. I felt that shit the next day. But I got up and I just fucking ran, bro. And I ran until I got to John's house. And then I was like, "Yo, John, I just had to jump out of a fucking window, bro." He's like, "Oh shit, you good?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro, it's gonna be straight." But long story short, I never talked to that hoe again because that was some fucking crazy shit. She had me doing military tactics out here for that shit. Like, but if you guys like this story or want more story times, let me know. And yeah, I will make more. But I am signing out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Bitch, I told you that I'm spitting, rapping so